Tonight we investigate two very different but equally eerie and uninviting buildings on this former RAF base in West Raynham. This is night 3 of Most Haunted Live.
Good evening and welcome to the Silent Town. It's in Norfolk, if you know where to look. RAF West Raynham, a now abandoned, virtually derelict RAF site, opened in the Second World War, closed in the mid-90s, and our home for the next 4 nights of psychic investigation here on Most Haunted Live. We began on Saturday night. We have had some amazing results already, and tonight Yvette Fielding and the team, as she just said, are hoping to get to 2 locations on this immense site, something approaching 278 hectares. I say hoping to because that's the plan. And as we know, the best laid plans of mice and men oft go astray. So far, we've had whistling, we've had the team bumped and buffeted, we've had strange and eerie noises, and we've had absolute terror, and this is only night 3. Now, of course, the team are out and about in some ferocious weather conditions. But that's not their only threat tonight, not the only danger, because at any moment, as we've learned over the previous 2 nights, we can lose communication with them. They could be cut off. They could be completely on their own. And this is, to repeat and remind you, a derelict site. Now, the vigil is about to begin. The investigation is about to commence. And I think we can go straight over there now. Good luck to the team. Here's Yvette Fielding.
Thank you very much, Paul. We're actually here in the guard's house, an absolutely fascinating building. You come into the entrance here and it sort of looks like, I don't know, just a really sort of odd, peculiar building with sort of fuses everywhere, and there's lots of little rooms off here. You know, and we'll get a good feel for it, and you will at home, everybody watching in the audience, when we have a wander through. I say it's a peculiar little place, because it is. It's not like the places that we've been to so far.
No.
It's a lot more sort of contained, isn't it, Chris?
Definitely.
Yeah, and Kieran, how are you feeling about this particular location?
Well, like you say, it's got claustrophobia, it's got the little rooms, and I'm a bit nervous about how we're going to control that in an investigation.
I know.
You know, with all these little rooms and where the noise is coming from, that sort of thing.
And the other thing is that, you know, it's really, really important, because it's so claustrophobic. We've got to keep the energies up.
Yes.
Otherwise, you know, we don't want to be somnulating, do we? Sort of by the end of the night, sort of sleepwalking everywhere.
Somnambulate, you mean?
Somnambulate, that's it. I can't even say it because I'm sleepwalking already. So here we go. What comes to you straight away as you come into this particular building, Chris?
Well, as soon as we walked in, the front door there, straight away I seen a figure.
Yeah.
Standing, looking at us as we walked in. This is a figure of obviously an RAF man. Mm-hmm. Okay, and whoa.
Where did it come from? Where did it come from? Where did it sound like it came from?
Here, didn't it? We were in the corridor.
Yeah, but it sounded like a door being
Yeah, it came from this area.
again.
It's this side.
No, that's just
That's
Carl
Carl
trying the
just moving.
doors.
We were standing there. It was over here the noise came from.
That was...
Can I shut the doors if you
Okay.
There's a cable there, Carl.
Yeah,
Oh, there's a cable
look,
there.
That's all right, if we stand out, there won't be a cable. Okay, Carl, when we get out, you try and slam that
Stay
door.
on. So you tell us when you're happy?
Yeah?
3, 2, 1.
That sound like it?
Let me just do it lighter.
To say.
Swing back.
It wasn't,
more
it wasn't.
thud.
It was more like a thud. Those guys are saying they don't think it was a... What was that?
It's just Carl opening
Oh,
the door.
okay.
Oh, it was like a big
So it
thud.
wasn't, the guys are saying it wasn't like a door now. It was more of a heavier thud. Let's go back to where we were when it happened. Everybody stand where they were.
This is tantamount to suicide, what we're doing at the moment.
Why?
The suicide?
Yeah.
Is this where we were?
Yes, I think it was, isn't it?
Okay, back here, was it? I think it was. Was it?
Yeah, back here.
Can I squeeze through, Chris?
Okay.
Should I? It's
Right.
behind you.
Okay. Right. RAF.
Yeah, as I was saying, we walked in and it was very much like he was wanting to book us all in, as if we'd all been arrested.
Oh, really?
And that's the way he was sort of standing. He was waiting for us as we walked in the wee office to the right-hand side as we were going in. Didn't get a chance to communicate with him, but it was just the way he was standing and waiting, basically for all us to be booked in. The fact that we're all here.
Could you see him? Could you see him clearly? Could you see his face?
Yes, tall man, sort of darkish hair, quite big built. I'm not sure what rank he was. Standing with some sort of book in his hand and a pen, and it was very much as if we'd just been taken here to be thrown in and get arrested.
There's voices here, guys.
I'm so pleased you heard that. It sounded, look, I was up there when I said, and it sounded like in the distance, the voices or someone calling.
This is down here, though. Is it coinciding with what you're picking up?
I would think so, because as I was talking about this guy here, when we were walking through here, I was picking up, it was almost, there was a lot more RAF men down there. I don't know what's down this way, but the energy that I was picking up, I could hear all the chattering, and I could hear as if there was...
It's down there.
Yeah.
Everybody stand still. Stand still. Matt.
Yeah.
Tapping here. Between the camera. Stand still, don't move. How many of you are here? Please knock out how many of you are here. $13. Is that 13?
Similar to the...
Put the lock on the door. Listen.
13.
Voices. Now you're saying you're hearing them from where?
It's talking, it's a murmuring. Well,
From here?
but it's almost around here. It's not like it's even in a room. It seems to be around this area.
Everybody stand still. Keep quiet.
Sweet Pippin, that's loud. But that knocking.
It's kind of classic, yeah.
It sounded, do you remember the first night? We had that kind of really deep bass boom and we couldn't work out where it was coming from.
surface details we haven't been getting. It seemed like that was in here.
Let's listen out for the whistle.
That's weird. It can't be any pipes because there's nothing running through them.
No. Do you know what it sounds like to me? Seeing you've got, it's not kids, but seeing you've got kids having a sleepover and you've told them to be quiet and then you can hear the when they're sitting. That's what it sounds like to me. Like somebody whispering in the background.
Whoa, I can see something down there.
Where?
Apparently it goes straight past the other window.
What went past the window?
I don't know, it's definitely, I can see the reflection.
You sure it wasn't? Can you not see that?
Completely dark.
Can you see this? Because there's a mirror on the wall.
Yeah, there was, on that door, but I was looking at the door and I could see it clear as day, and then it suddenly just went dark and then came back again.
But it was a reflection in that mirror, was it?
No, because we was all standing still.
Is that why you was looking back there for
Yeah.
a minute or two?
Definitely.
Right, okay.
Let's go down, shall we go down there? Or?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Noise, apparitions, and our journey has only just begun. More from Yvette Fielding and the team on Most Haunted Live after this. Keep watching. Hello and welcome back to the third of a week-long paranormal investigation, 7 nights of fright from here, the Silent Town, the former RAF base in Norfolk known as West Raynham. Yvette Fielding and the team have begun their investigation already and they are hoping to visit 2 locations tonight, rich in paranormal potential and also strong on danger. Let's take a look at what might be in store for Yvette and the team at both of tonight's locations.
Across this bleak, desolate landscape, there are 2 buildings that offer distinctly different sides to this RAF base's history. Once a refuge, a peaceful sanctuary amidst the brutality and chaos of war. The Church of St. Michael and St. George was built by the servicemen and women based at the site who sought solace during difficult times. Sadly, the church is now a hollowed-out shell, but its eerie calmness as a centre of spirituality makes it amongst the most promising sites for the team to encounter paranormal activity. What souls still remain here, and do they still cry out for help now, decades later? Just across the road stands a structure that offers a completely different side to military life. The Guards building was effectively the base's police headquarters, dealing with serious crimes committed by resident airmen. Did tensions run high here as servicemen restrained their colleagues? And could these heightened emotions have led to the stories of paranormal occurrences throughout these quarters, specifically here in the dark and suffocating old cell? One particularly troubled spirit associated with a fatally tragic brawl is said to still be contained within these 4 walls. And it is possible that this potentially malevolent character could prove troublesome and perhaps even dangerous for the Most Haunted team tonight.
Fascinating night ahead, and we should say, of course, that Yvette and the team can't hear what we're saying at the moment. So if any information is given by John Calloway, historian, Miriam Cook, archaeologist and social historian, the team cannot hear it. John, what would you like to add to that little overview of the 2 locations?
Well, I think what we're getting day on day now is a really in-depth picture of the different ways the site has been used, from its agricultural beginnings into an Air Force base. And that change in the land and the land usage, and we think all the time about the countryside as being a very, well, a rural area, a peaceful area. Everybody wants to retire there, somewhere like Ambridge. But the countryside, in historical terms, has always been a place of conflict. You know, kettles boil, classes struggle. And the poverty, the endemic poverty of the 19th century, gave rise in this area to the crucible of the swing riots. Before then, I think as Miriam's been looking into, you get very, very different belief systems back in prehistory from the Christian ethic that we all know from school.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have a bit of information about the ritual and belief systems of prehistory. We kind of almost try and cobble it together from a very confused amount of evidence that we have.
And of course, history is written by the victors, and the victors in this case is the Christian Church.
Yes, so we are very lucky as archaeologists that we can actually use stuff like archaeological evidence like burial data, grave goods, iconography, stonework to get some idea. And then we do have documentary sources like the Greek and Roman sources, the Irish texts as well. So we have an idea that there is a system there from early on in the Neolithic through to the Iron Age, then to when the Romans are coming in, and we know that they believed in gods, they liked to pray to their gods, they gave offerings, they had sacrifices, they had their priests. So you could say probably very much like we have religion today, in a sense, although we probably don't have human sacrifice anymore, obviously. So, you know, people are believing in things very much like we are today, just in a different way.
Although one thing I think that maybe has changed is the way we think about our relationship with places and gods and spirits. When Miriam was talking before about the curse tablets at Bath, that is a real direct way to contact your spirits, and very often what the little tablets are doing are asking somebody's lost their cloak or had an item stolen from them.
Or they're cursing someone, they're angry.
That's right, they're really mad, and
you know.
if you're richer, you have a brass one rolled up. And of course the classic instances of Germanicus, who would have been the Roman emperor. When he died, they found curse tablets behind his wainscoting in his room.
You can tell how passionate these guys are about their subject. That's why we love talking to them. For the moment, thank you, John and Miriam. Let's hear from you at home now. Julian Clegg is the conduit to let you tell us what you are seeing and sensing, the master of all things interactive. Here he is, our Julian.
Thanks very much indeed, Paul, and as ever this show is all about you at home. And by the way, in a few moments a chance to be in the audience later this week. Because of the snow, some people couldn't make it, so I'll tell you how you can get hold of tickets for this week's live in a few moments' time. Now, webcams are up and very much active at the moment. We've got webcams in the chapel and the guards house tonight. Let's have a look at our interactive map right now. There it is, the guards building in the chapel. Webcam 1 tonight in the chapel itself. There it is flashing right now. Our second webcam is in the guard's cell, flashing at the corner of that building. Webcam 3 is in the guard's office, and webcam 4 tonight is in the guard's bathroom. Those are the 4 webcams. Let's have a look at them right now. Do bear in mind some of the team will be preparing on some of those webcams. Webcam 1 first up in the chapel. Already I heard a female voice singing clearly on webcam 1 at 6 minutes past 8, says Tom from Leeds. Love the time reference, by the way, that's very interesting. Also Connor from Cromer says there are 2 men sitting on the chairs whilst the team was setting up in there. They were dressed in priests' robes. Very good sighting there, Connor in Cromer, thank you for that. Moving on to webcam 2, the guard's cell. There it is. Lucy from Hereford says I can see a faint figure of a person curled up in a ball on the bed on that webcam. And Maura from Elgin up there in Scotland, very cold up there at the moment, by the way. There's a figure of a man sitting crouched on the bed. It looks a little bit like a man is crying, maybe distressed by something. Maura, thank you for getting in touch on webcam 2, the guard's cell. Now bring out webcam 3, the guard's office. There it is, you can see the chairs and various other things there. Craig in Cinderford, I can see a white figure, possibly a child, stood under the window on webcam 3. And Sven in Minehead says there looks like a person stood next to what I believe to be the filing cabinet. When I had it on all screens, the figure was there. Then when I switched to just that camera, it disappeared. Sven, thank you for your sighting on webcam 3. And then webcam 4, the guard's bathroom, there it is, and Damien and Louise from Southampton, good evening you two. We heard the sound of someone washing their hands in the sink. You can see the team, Carl and Stuart, preparing there at the moment. And Wayne from Mansfield said I can hear water dripping on camera 4. Thank you very much indeed for those sightings. Keep them coming. This is how you get in touch if you think you've seen something or you've experienced some event maybe at home, or you witnessed something whilst the show is live on air. You text your messages, text the word screen in a space and then your message to 80889. The text costs 50p plus one standard rate message. You must be over 18 to get in touch, by the way, and please get permission before you do that, and we'll pass on the messages a little bit later on. And then moving on, our competition. Great competition we're running at the moment. Your chance to be at the next Most Haunted Live event, not this one, but our next UK event, and also to go on a ghost hunting holiday courtesy of Virgin Experience Days. We've got 3 winners for that and 7 runners-up walking off with tickets for the next Most Haunted Live UK event. Now, if you'd like to be with us on our next live shows, here's the question. What was the title of the last Most Haunted Live in the UK? Was it 1, The 7 Sisters of Sin, 2, The 5 Fickle Fingers of Fate, or 3, The 8 Faces of Evil? If you think you know the answer, pick up the phone and call this number, 09012 933 666. That's 09012 933 666. The calls cost £1 from a BT landline. Calls from other networks may be higher, from mobiles considerably higher. You must be over 18 to get involved in the competition. Get the bill payer's permission before calling, and the entries close on Sunday the 24th of November. Entries made after the closing time will not be counted but may still be charged, and you cannot enter if you're from the Republic of Ireland. Now, if you go to our website, mosthauntedlive.net, there's also a chance to pick up some tickets for this week's event. And also to send your photos. We were looking at some of those on our show on our sister channel Living It, and we'll be looking at more of those in the days to come, so send your photos in as well. And I'll leave you with some more messages about West Raynham and this airbase. We've had some fantastic messages coming in. Jennifer in Hastings says, be careful tonight. A tall man in black still following the team around, an RAF groundsman she thinks named John. And this is a great story to end on. Andy says, I was stationed at West Raynham from 78 to 83. The main NAFI building was a spooky place. Several times I had the sound of snooker balls hitting each other, and on one occasion I had the old piano playing. The piano and the snooker table, though, were upstairs, and there was no one there. Just one of many stories we've had about this place. Keep them coming. Andy, thank you. And for now, Paul, back to you.
Thank you, Julian. Well, I'm joined now by Phil Wyman, paranormal investigator, and Phil and I were talking before the show about the tension between the team tonight, an unusual tension. If you're watching our sister show, Most Haunted Live Post-Mortem over on Living It, you will have seen the dispute, I would call it a row, between Yvette and Kieran on the vigil last night, and that continued in this studio a little earlier. It was all about some noises that Yvette and the team quite clearly heard, but that Kieran refused to accept may be caused by paranormal phenomena. Here is a little taste of what happened. We'll talk to Phil Wyman after this.
Kieran, what do you think this is?
You know my feelings.
I know,
about
Don,
the
but you
knockout,
can't make that noise with your feet.
You can. It is possible, but we can't put a control into. We can't put the control.
You can't make the noise with your feet.
Yes, it is possible.
You can't make that noise with your feet.
Kieran, I've got to say something to you now with all honesty. Yes, you're a scientist. Do you think sometimes you verge too much on being a skeptic? You're not objective, and your nom de plume, your nickname, should really be Killjoy.
No, I don't think so. People have accused me of being a party pooper, but I've got to be there to offer alternative explanations. If we're all just running away with paranormal explanations and not considering at least that there are alternative explanations, then, you know, what use is doing an investigation?
I have to say, it is really getting on my nerves because we've been doing this for a long time. The banging, you are actually saying, and you have said to me, that it could be somebody crossing their toes inside their shoes.
Yeah.
How the hell, that noise there, how can somebody make that banging noise by crossing their toes in the shoes? It's a ridiculous thing to say, Kieran.
Right,
it
listen
really is.
to me for a second. At the end of the day, I'm getting sick and tired of saying the same thing over and over again. We know, we've looked at the Fox sisters, it was the same thing. The Fox sisters were producing rapping noises, and they admitted to doing it later on.
But we're not the Fox sisters.
I know we're not the Fox sisters.
What you're doing is tantamount to accusing the team of being cheats.
I'm
You can't
not-
ameliorate
no,
it now,
no,
don't dilute it. You're saying somebody out there's
the
cheating.
same way that Yvette's having a go at me, you can't point the finger at me and say that I'm accusing somebody. That's not my role. My role is to offer an alternative explanation, to be a skeptic and say, look, let's try and put a control into place.
For goodness sake,
you know.
You're always on the side of the doubters.
Last night, There was no way on God's earth was that somebody...
Yeah, but it's...
No, just let me finish. There's no way that somebody is crossing their toes and making that noise with its ridiculous thing
Through
to say.
winter boots
Just a
or
minute.
Wellingtons?
Just wait a minute, Paul. Let me just finish. No, it's really getting on my nerves because this is hard graft that we're doing and it's happening all the time. Now, what I would like to see is I don't know, if you're saying it's someone's...
I'm not
just
just
let me
saying...
finish.
All right.
If it's somebody's toes in their shoes, then, you know, you can't... Then you prove it. You stand up there and you try and move your toes and you try and make the same noise that was happening last night.
Ooh, wow. Things did get heated. I don't want to drag Phil Wyman into the middle of this domestic dispute, but what's your... Hearing that objectively, what did you make of those noises? Phil, you're another paranormal investigator. You want evidence. What did you make of that?
I've got to be honest with you. Kieran's got a very difficult job. He has to look at things rationally and throw his kind of two-penneth worth in, if you like. And sometimes that does upset the people who are on the investigation with you. I thought, looking at the footage, that the noises for saying, crossing your toes in your boot and making the noise, I thought the noises were too loud and too clear, to be honest with you. But as you say, I don't want to get drawn into it because I know what Yvette's like.
At the same time, I feel I may owe Kieran an apology. I got too personally involved there, but there is that sense sometimes that maybe he's doubting for doubting's sake.
Again, he's an academic. I think sometimes, without him realising it, he kind of hides behind his academic status for fear of perhaps, I don't know, people frowning upon him if he says, oh yeah, I totally agree, that could have been something paranormal. And I think that's what the case is, and I think that's, tries to hide that and not get anything damaged, that academic status damaged, as it were. So.
Of course, and we're getting messages on this already via, of course, our email and via the text, so keep those messages coming. Phil's going to be taking out some audience members after the show at midnight to continue the investigation. For the moment, thank you, Phil Wyman. We're going to get back to Yvette and the team out there at the first location on tonight's investigation after this shortest of short breaks. Join us for more paranormal investigations and phenomena, we hope, after this. Hello and welcome back to this bleak and isolated silent town that was once the RAF base West Raynham in Norfolk. Now it is abandoned, borderline derelict, cold, freezing in fact, on this bitter January night. Night 3 of a 7-night investigation running all the way until Friday night right here on Living. The investigation has begun. Yvette Fielding and the team are at the first of tonight's 2 locations. Let's get straight back to them right now and good luck to all of them.
Thanks very much, Paul. Well, actually, I'm whispering because we're hearing some extraordinary noises. It's very gentle. Pounding noise. It sounds like somebody's walking heavy-booted, heavy-footed on the ceiling, doesn't it? In a distance. But to go back to the thing, Kieran and I are absolutely fine.
Being professional.
Yes, being professional. Oh, we're absolutely fine. We have our differences, don't we? But only on the paranormal level. But we love each other, really.
Not all of us love it.
But this is extraordinary what we're hearing. And you probably can't hear it at home because it's so in the distance.
Yeah.
But it's like something on the roof. It also sounds like an air pressure with your ears, does it?
Yeah,
not?
when your ears are popping, almost that sort of...
What's that?
Well, as soon as you started to talk, I watched that key and it just started moving. The door hasn't moved, but the key here is moving.
Oh, yeah.
And it was moving right from the time that you started to talk. And I just pointed it out to Matt, just to keep on it, and it's still moving. No one's moved the door.
Could it be movement of us making air?
That key there would be moving.
Oh,
I've
still
actually moved that door.
Listen, it's still going on. Do you know what I suggest? And another thing that's really interesting is normally we come into a building and we'll do I'll call out or you'll call out, whatever, is there anybody there? We've not done anything of the sort here.
So just remember what happened just in the break.
Yeah.
When we were in this room and Guy, where are you, Guy?
Yeah, here.
Guy's just behind it and was walking down the corridor here and you saw this door absolutely slam, and now Kath was, what, about here, and the rest of us were in there. And as soon as the door slammed, Guy came out and could see no one was anywhere near the door. But this door just slammed for no reason. We can't work out why. There's no natural explanation for it as we can find at the moment.
Well, I suggest that we actually, seeing as there seems to be a lot of activity around here, why don't we sit ourselves around this table? We've got another piece of wreckage from East Kirkby Air Museum, so thank you very much to them for loaning it to us. It's absolutely a wonderful piece of history. What plane it came from and the circumstances in which it crashed, I have no idea. But let's see if we get some energy. Let's see if we can get some more activity. Let's not go night vision. I'm liking this. Let's be a little bit different. Yes, Kieran?
Yeah, just had a look through here first, if that's okay.
Where?
I've just seen.
What have you seen?
I don't know what I've seen, but I've just when Kath was standing there. As Kath was standing there, something was standing here, which drew my attention, and it walked across.
When you say something, is it a man or a woman?
It's a man, as I've walked in here.
It's the same man as you saw right at the very beginning?
It's the same man.
Oh, it is?
This one that's causing us a lot of problems. Slater. And
It's the first time you've mentioned this man to me.
Slater. No, this was right at the beginning.
Yeah, you didn't give me a name.
Did I show you?
No, you didn't.
I got a name through.
No.
Luke Slater is this man's name.
Luke Slater.
Luke Slater. And the first night I seen him, I couldn't see his face.
So wait a minute. So this is the same. This is where we're getting confused now. This is the same man that you mentioned on the first night. Okay. Is that not somebody just walking into it? It just hit your leg.
It could be all right.
Yeah, that just hit the back.
Are you sure it wasn't the cable?
No, it wasn't. The cable's not here, the chair.
Listen to the pounding now.
This guy's going to cause a lot of problems.
This is, just wait a minute, sorry, I need to get to the bottom of this. This is Luke Slater. This is the gentleman that you picked up on the first night who doesn't have a head.
He's got a head, but I couldn't see it tonight. I can see it.
Sorry, guys.
He's full body. I can see now. The first night, the way it looked, I thought he'd a hat on, but he's not. It's just he's got dark.
Not RAF.
No, this man's well before it.
Right, because when we came, you said it's the same man that I picked up on earlier on tonight.
Sorry,
meaning the RAF soldier.
Yes.
It's not him.
No, this is the man that we picked up right at the beginning.
And we don't know where he's from, and we don't know who he is.
All I know that he comes from this piece of land. Okay, he's.
Listen to that pounding. It's bizarre.
All I know that is he's lived here, not in the base, but before the base was here.
And he means us harm.
This is an evil man. Yeah, this is an evil man.
Let's sit down. Everybody, I need you to settle. If you're not sitting, can you just settle, get yourself comfortable in one position, please? And I mean, don't even move your arms if you can help it. I know that's really annoying, but because of our coats, isn't it, Matt? It's really stopping the sound from everybody at home hearing everything. So we've got to be really, really careful. Okay, everybody?
And also, if I can ask, when you do stand still, if you can stand in the middle of the floor, not leaning up against a wall.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, hands on the table. Chair there. Ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Come closer to us. The spirit that's making these noises, that's slamming the doors. This man. Come towards us now. Let us hear your voice. It was a...
Tell you. He's standing right there. I don't know where the noise came from, but he's standing right there. So he is. Just as we were talking, he's walked over and he's standing right there.
What does he look like facially?
Very thin face. Very drawn-in face.
Okay.
Not shaven. What I thought was a hat, it's not a hat. It's quite sort of wild hair, dark hair. Quite wild and quite long.
What makes you think he's evil? Why is he...
The energy that I can feel from him is evil, and the fact that with a good spirit will communicate with me a lot more and try and tell me why they're here and what the reason is for being here. This man won't. This man is standing, watching, and when he makes comments, it's not nice comments, and it's not comments relevant to what I'm speaking about or trying to communicate. It's just now, it's more like a sort of laugh, and it's like a sort of a gritty laugh, quite grisly, and quite an evil laugh.
Does he know? Can he see us? Does he know we are all here?
He knows we're here and he can see us.
Okay. Let's concentrate on
And
this
you
piece
asked
of
if he meant us, you asked if he meant us harm. That's when he laughed.
Okay. Let's just concentrate now. Everybody quiet.
Okay.
It's a piece of wreckage from a crash plane in World War II. It's last night. Is it not?
It's not World War II.
Oh, is it not? Sorry, my mistake. From a...
Slightly after.
Okay. If there's anybody here, please come towards us now. Use our energies. It sounded like somebody's tummy, but it wasn't my tummy.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was from this area, though, to be honest.
Sounded like it was.
Was it your tummy, Karen?
It wasn't my tummy.
Okay. That was a oh. Okay. Please come towards us. Are there any spirits in this place, in this house, this land? If you were thrown in here, if you were guilty of a crime, guilty of doing something wrong, then please come and talk to us. If you died in this aeroplane that we're touching, part of this aeroplane, please come and talk to us. We noticed this since we sat around this table. Here is again. Use your voice.
Listen.
That big man. Under the table. Settle. Can you hear me? 2 for yes, 1 for no. Can you hear me? Can you hear that? It was very quiet. For everybody at home, it was a proper... Make it louder, please. Use your voice and make it louder. Come on. There. And again.
That sounds like people talking then.
What? Ghostly people talking?
Yeah, it was a murmur like...
Yeah.
Yeah, just to clarify that, in the break, Guy did ask everybody to turn their talkbacks down, so we know it's not that at least.
It was actually conversation, it was more than one person.
Yeah.
But it seemed like
Can you slam a door again, please? I'm calling out to any spirits that may be in this building. That belonged to the land before this place was built. If you can hear my voice and if you can see us, please can you come towards this table? Can you make a noise with your voice?
that was a tap.
I don't feel anything from this. I mean, I'm not psychic at all, but it doesn't...
Don't for this object, no. I'm just more concentrating on this guy here.
One bit, so one escape to one bit.
Should
Not World War II, so it's a different environment.
Should we move over to the other piece of wreckage that we had so much work with?
Or do you want that on the table?
Do you want that table?
Yeah,
Just move over
let's-
to
let's
minutes.
I'm just thinking, if we had good stuff with that yesterday, might be worth trying this one. Careful, Carl. Just turn it around. There you go. Ready?
Just before we go, I just want to explain that there's a dot appearing on our hands. So that's Kieran. That's a thermometer.
I'm just checking the temperature of the object and people's hands as well.
Okay. Ready? Is anybody here? Any spirit people here with us now? Please help us. We wish to talk to you. Can you hear my voice?
That's not a stomach count.
Did you hear that, Matt? Did you get it?
Yeah.
Arch, can you please rewind that in a second and listen back to it? Please, please make the noises louder. Talk to us if you can. Can you move this table? Move this object? Please, if you can.
There was a scratching sound there.
I thought, oh, well, it was Chris, but then I suddenly thought, no, it wasn't. He's got gloves on.
Yeah. And no one else's hands have moved.
No. Please, please, please. Still. Wow. Please move this object. Keep still. Please move.
It's moving.
Move this object, please.
It's the table moving, not the object, I think.
No, it was the object.
Okay.
Just keep your hands on it, whatever happens, keep your hands on it. Thank you for this. Please move the object more. Please move this object.
And of course we will keep recording a malevolent presence the team has encountered before, a thrown piece of furniture, and now movement and noise is at the first location. Join us after this break for more. It is bitterly cold. It is Monday night and this is Silent Town, also known as RAF West Raynham in Norfolk, a huge and isolated former RAF base where tonight Yvette Fielding and the team have already begun their investigation with some amazing results. A malevolent presence seems to have reappeared. The name Luke Slater has reappeared, a man the team may have encountered on our first night on Saturday night. Also, a chair was thrown against the back of the legs to one of the team members, and there have been lots of very strange noises indeed. Let's get straight back to tonight's vigil.
The airmen flying in. We're still here, we're still trying to get this object to move. So I want everybody to just really close their eyes, really concentrate now. This item is absolutely freeze, it's like putting your hand on a block of ice. Really try and imagine the hustle and bustle of this place. The airmen, this aeroplane pilot, this airman up in the sky flying, crashing down. And then I'd like to play in the piece of atmospheric noise, the voices. See if that adds and we can get any more activity. Can we play it in now, please, Arch? Okay. Not hearing anything. It's not coming through.
Arch, can we have the... Arch is trying to get it.
Oh, okay. We'll keep going. Is there anybody here? Move this object, please. Move the table, move this object, let us know if you're here. Can you move it, please? I can hear something under the table.
Under the table.
Under the table. Please. Can you please move this object? Move the table, let us know that you are here. Any men and women who would have been in this building, please move it. I hear that whistling.
Whistling.
That's good. Your hands together.
Can you say what we're not doing?
What? Touching
We're not
things.
collecting our hands.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, I've gone icy cold all of a sudden, just like that.
Quickly.
Come towards us.
There's somebody just walked through there, past there,
No.
behind you, Kieran.
Oh, was it you?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
That would have been good. Ready? Everybody stand still. Come towards us now. All the people in this building. Come on, come towards us. There you go, keep going. It's moving. Come on, please. Talk to us. Use your voice. Move the object if you can. Does this bring back memories for you? Come towards us if you can. Move the object. What's the matter, Kieran?
Sorry, I heard somebody outside in the corridor, and there is actually one of the crew walking through.
You tell them to stop walking through.
Oh, that's actually jumped.
Yes.
On top of me.
You all right?
Yeah, but it's actually come.
Okay.
Shit.
Do that again. Do it again. Do it again. Lift it up in the air, please. Lift it up in the air. Lift part of this kite up in the air, please. Who's that? Who's that banging out there?
That sounded like it was from within here, actually.
It was just the cable bit.
Okay. We'll just keep everything as still as possible, please.
I'll stay in the corridor.
Okay. Can you please move this object? Move it again, please.
Freezing cold.
Freezing.
Icy.
Yeah, icy cold. Freezing cold. That was weird. It's like something going on your hands.
It's like putting your hands in a freezer.
Yeah. It was cold to start with, but that's ridiculous.
Aye.
Please move this object. Move the object again. What's that? Can you copy me?
No, that's from there.
No, it didn't see that.
No, was it?
That wasn't from that.
No, it was
no
not.
way.
It was a whistle just as that was starting.
Was it?
Yeah.
Can you copy me? There it is.
Definitely.
Arch, turn the thing down a bit for us, please. Copy
Not
me?
off, just down.
Just down. Copy me?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
There it is again.
So they're very faint.
It's there, Matt's got it. Is this you that's moving?
Terrible, this.
Is this the same person that's making the whistling noise, that's moving this object? If it is you, is it the same person? Can you move? Move the object as a sign of yes. Is this one person the same person that's moving the object and whistling? Is it you who slammed the door earlier? Can you copy me now? Can we hear your fingers on the table? Can we hear your fingers underneath this artifact? Can we hear your fingers?
Do you know what? I've got to say, I know fingers are cold anyway, but I wanted to try and warm my fingers up, so I piggybacked on Stuart's fingers thinking, they'll be warm. My fingers have gone colder
Icy
being
cold.
here than they are actually on here.
It happened on the notice, Mr. Beatty.
Can I make a
It's
suggestion?
cold, come from
Can I make a suggestion? I think we should split up now.
split up.
Yeah. I think we should, me and Chris should go off to the chapel. And I think, and I'll use the camera myself.
You sure you're happy with going just the two of you?
I think so.
After what's happened here, you happy?
I don't give. You're saying that there's a on the break. There's a particularly nasty man. What's he called?
Luke Slater.
Luke Slater. And I guess whoever you are, Luke Slater, we should go
We've
away.
got still a load more here to investigate. We've not even been even close to, so we've got a whole new wing to do.
Well, if
so.
you investigate this, me and Chris will go off to the chapel, and two of us will just do it on our own, and we'll see if we can get some more stories and more characters.
See if we can bring them through.
Good luck with this.
What I'm wondering whether we actually don't have walkie-talkies.
No, absolutely. Let's just do
We
it.
should just investigate. We
Yeah.
should investigate. When you feel you want to come back, or when we feel we need to come and get you, or vice versa.
And you're going to keep this camera with this light on, because my camera will be night vision. So
I want to go night vision.
you want to go night vision now, yeah? Okay. Okay, well, good luck. You carry on investigating here. Me and Chris will go off. All right, good luck, guys. See you in a bit. If you don't hear from us for a few hours, we're probably gone.
So the team is fragmenting. Chris Conway, our medium and clairvoyant, and Yvette Fielding are moving on to the next location, the chapel. Carl and the rest of the team are staying where they are now. Here is just some of the stories so far. Keep watching. We're back after this.
It happened.
It's nasty. Okay. Was that not somebody just walking into it? It just hit your leg?
That's actually jumped
Yes.
on top of me.
Look, if it is you, it's the same person, can you move?
It is cold. It is very, very quiet indeed. It's cold and quiet many places, but nowhere near as quiet as it is here in the silent town that was once RAF West Raynham in Norfolk. The scene of tonight's investigation, in fact the scene of 7 nights of paranormal investigation, and we began with a bang tonight. Furniture moving, lots of noises, lots of surprises, and a vibrating piece of wrecked aircraft in the middle of the seance table. Now the team is split. Yvette Fielding and Chris Conway, our medium and clairvoyant, are heading for the chapel. Carl Beatty and his team are staying in the guard's house, and let's get straight back there now as the investigation continues.
Just so you know, that Yvette has actually gone now over to the chapel area. We are in lit, as you can see, and we're still at the table with this artefact. Now what we're going to do is carry on with the rest of this place because there's lots more to investigate. We are going to actually get a walkie-talkie, so Yvette has one and we have one, just for health and safety, so if anything happens we can actually communicate with each other. But should we get to night vision now?
Yes, I
Yeah. Can we cut to night vision?
Yeah.
No? Will you turn the lights off? Brilliant. Let's carry on. Crying out, it's dark, isn't it?
It does make a huge difference.
I wish I had no torch sitting in there. Oh, there it is. Let's carry on.
It's worth pointing out, just before we leave,
Yeah.
I measured the surface temperature of this when you all sat down, and it was 3.8, maximum 4 at both ends, and you were reporting that it was icy cold, getting icy cold. It's worth pointing out that surface temperature has now gone up to 5.2 and maximum 5.8, so it's jumped up 2 degrees. So it's actually got warmer during your seance.
Right, okay. And it wouldn't, our touch wouldn't have warmed the metal
Well,
up.
if I go to the side, that's where I'd expect there to be a jump in temperature, where your fingers were touching. If I go to the side, and there's actually no change. So no, I don't think touching it would have affected it to that
So this
extent.
is raised in temperature?
It's actually raised in temperature by about 2 degrees.
Wow.
So, well, I'll register that and I'll check back later on as
I'll
well.
tell you what, we're going to leave here now, so I think if you're the last one out of the room, Kieran,
Okay.
If you've got a torch,
Yes.
just shine your torch, and I think we should leave this in a certain area and ask if there's someone here, if they can move it.
Okay.
And as long as you're the first person back in here, I think we pull these doors shut,
Okay.
and then if it has moved, that's kind of some way of proving something's here.
Okay, I've
Yeah?
got a small camera. I can set a lock-off up on that as well, which won't take me a second.
Right,
I'll do that.
I don't know if we can see Yvette. We haven't got any communications with Yvette at all, so I'm kind of hoping that Yvette's doing okay in the chapel with Chris. I can't even talk to her, so...
It's whatever's been here before this RAF base has been built. It's whatever's been here. This has been... Did you? I heard that. Did you hear like a man's voice talking?
Did you hear that as well?
Yeah.
Just heard like a movement, like a tapping noise over this way. Can you point your torch, darling? That's it. Oh God, I hate going indoors like this at night. Good God, it's a huge area. That's just one of those things. Okay. We've not done any calling out either. We'll do that, I think, when we get back into the gym. Oh, sorry.
It does make you jumpy.
Yeah.
It's that kind of place. It really
Yeah.
makes you jumpy.
Okay, just let me check. No water. I was just going to say, can you turn the water on or say something like that? So there's definitely something not nice here.
No, there's
In a chapel.
yeah.
It's,
You see that?
oh, what? Oh, no.
This later.
Is he? You're pointing?
Yeah, he's standing right down at the door. He's just walked in.
Has he? Hello, Slater. Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah. It was like a... Oh, I heard something there. I heard like...
Yeah, on the door.
Yeah.
If there's anybody here,
He just says to his... When he speaks, it's not like... It's more like a... he says to his death. And that's exactly the way he says it.
if there is a spirit person with us now in this holy place, then make a noise. Move something. Do you hear it?
Yep. There's like a tapping
Yeah.
again.
It's by the door over
Yeah.
there. Come on.
Exactly like he was.
Where is this man
Right
now?
there.
Here?
Yeah.
What, one walking right
Yes, you're just about to walk into there. And usually that wouldn't bother me. Somebody walking into a spirit, but with this man, it's better not to walk into him. Because he's such an evil presence, and he has a lot of energy.
Can you do something? If there is a spirit stood here right now,
Did you hear
I
that?
can hear that.
She was saying, can you do something? It was like...
Can you do something? Can you slam one of the doors? Definitely hearing like little taps or something here.
It's like tips high. And it was very much like, you know, where it was coming from, but it was like quite a few taps as you were speaking.
Oh, do you hear that?
Yeah.
That was a... I know you probably can't hear that at home because we don't have Matt on sound with us. Let's sit down and do a Ouija board.
Yes.
Let's see. It's very unusual. Well, it's not unusual. With me, it's unusual to do a Ouija board with just the two of us, and I have to say this is making me very nervous.
It's making me nervous.
Is it?
Yeah.
Should we do it without the chairs? Because I can't
Yeah.
lean over and...
Oh, it's there.
Oh, listen.
Can you hear the voices?
Yeah.
Aye, that's what I heard.
I'll stand on this side, it's only because I've got that webcam and it's going to make the camera go for me. Okay. Ready? Let's do that.
Torch off, torch.
In fact, I don't know if I've got a lighter in my pocket. Because it would be nice to actually... Oh my God, here, can you light this candle? There it is, got it. Yeah. If there's any spirit people here in this place, good or bad, then please make yourself known so we can see the letters. Put it to one side. Okay, we can see now. If there's anybody here, please come and talk to us. Let yourself be known. Was that your chair? It was, wasn't it? You did move your chair. Yeah. If there's any spirit people here in this place, good or bad, then please make yourself known so we can see the letters. I'll put it to one side. Okay, we can see now. If there's anybody here, please come and talk to us. Let yourself be known. Was that your chair? It was, wasn't it? You did move your chair. Oh, come on. No, you just moved your chair. I just heard it.
I didn't. I'm standing exactly where I was.
Sorry, the camera's a bit shaky. I'm just trying to get my hand on it.
I'm standing exactly where I was, and there's a good 3-4 inches between me and the chair.
Right, let's put our fingers on here. Ready? You all right?
Yeah.
You're very nervous, aren't you?
I am nervous in here.
You ready?
Yeah.
Does anybody here, if there's a spirit person with us now, good or bad, whoever you are, please make yourself... What the frick was that? What was that? What was that?
I don't know what that was.
It was like footsteps.
Yeah.
Like... Do you know what? There's something really unnerving about the fact that we're in a chapel doing a Ouija board.
Yeah.
Chris says there's a nasty person in here, and we've just heard footsteps. I'm really sorry if you can't hear the noise at home, but it was really loud in here. Are you moving your fingertips? I'm now hearing scratching fingertips on the Ouija board. I presume it's the Ouija board. Okay. Is this so we can put our fingers on this glass? Ready? I'm so nervous.
It's all right. And that's very unusual for me.
If there's anybody here, good or bad, in this house of love, God.
Which doesn't feel very lovely right now.
No, please move this glass. It's going, it's going,
Yeah.
it's going. It's very rare it happens, you know, with just two with me.
Especially that quick.
Should we be using take our gloves off? Can you pull mine off?
Yeah.
Ready? Yeah. Ready? Please move the glass. Tell us your name. Tell us your name. Ah. I'm scared.
I'm scared.
Can't see. E-E-R-E. M. Rem. Remp. Remp. Is that your nickname? N. Sorry. L. What was that? Remp.
P and then N-L.
Rempner. Keep going. One. G. That's a dog, sorry. Okay, this is something from Miriam and John to R-E-M-P and then N-A-L. N-L.
1G.
1G. Very, very odd.
Strange.
We'll try again to see if we can get more sort of straightforward words, yeah? Okay.
We are about to take a break, but we never stop recording. If anything happens during this break, we'll bring it to you straight away. And I must apologise for any extreme language you've heard. It's very intense out there on the vigil tonight. The investigation continues, and here are some of the highlights so far. See you soon.
Did you? I heard that. Did you hear like a man's voice talking?
Yeah. So there's definitely something not nice here.
No, it's close.
In the chapel.
Yeah.
What the freak was that? What was that? What was that?
I don't know.